work or play, a movie review, a restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 1-800-889-0267 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
So we start the show off, and we end our tenure together how it started, with chaos.
Chaos! You know, I feel like a jazz club.
And I love my job, even with all the stress, because I get to do this, and I get to do this with you. So
but did you see no stress whatsoever in here?
Not at all.
What did I do? I went, and
Ding.
so it shall be. We had 18 minutes, and we had 2 minutes to spare.
But
Yep.
before that, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Say hello to all our friends in New York, Boston, Chicago, Atlanta, wherever.
Everywhere, which way?
Every which way, we are getting ready to head back down home to Boca Raton.
Boca del Rey.
You know what Boca Raton means?
I do.
It means mouth of the rat.
Yeah,
Do you know why it's called that?
Stand that.
There are lots of rats.
Legend says, according to legend,
Legendary.
when they got there, they said, this place smells like the mouth of a rat. This place smells awful, so therefore, Boca Raton was born.
You know how I Met Your Mother? Barney Stinson used to always say, it's legend. Wait
True.
for it. Terry. He has no idea what I'm talking about. My son would be so proud that I even remembered a TV line.
Aww.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Listen, the bottom line is
Bottom
the
line.
legend said that the reason it's called Boca Raton is because when the settlers first came to this part of Florida, it was infested with rats. That's the legend I heard. I don't know if it's right, wrong, and different.
Would be why it would smell like a rat's mouth.
I really don't care.
I read it in one of those little magazines that you get like at the deli. What are those little magazines? Those
the
little,
giveaways, yeah?
Yeah, that's where my mom's like, check this out. And we read it and we're like, oh no, did it really stink?
We are up and live streaming. It has been a fun Tuesday. Started off very early. I love when people say, and what do you do for the rest of your day? You're air from 12 to 2. What do you do all day?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. We start with meetings and we go with meetings at the end of the day and we just keep rolling. Yesterday we launched a new show, Ren and Rock, at WNN 95.3 FM. Nikki Spolstra,
Can we
Eric
talk
Spolstra's
about that
wife,
for a second?
we're going to, was on the Ren and Rock show. What a fabulous show. And this woman is so transparent and authentic.
Who?
Nikki.
Yeah.
Karen and Laura did a phenomenal job.
Who?
Ren and Rock. Monday night
do we
at
have an
7
owl?
o'clock. Who? So that was a great show. They had phenomenal numbers. So congratulations to you ladies. And Dawn DeMarco from Sparkle of Life
Who?
did her own show last night, spur of the moment, from 7:30 to 8.
Did
Tell
you
us
like
your
what I
biz.
told Dawn DeMarco?
I don't know
When she
what you
came
told
out
her.
to say? I said, why you have to be so serious
Yeah, I
all
know.
the
She
time?
was so upset.
She freaked out. I was only kidding.
Well, you know, you sat there all night with earbuds and no one even knew if you were paying attention.
If I have earbuds, it's because I am paying attention.
But not to the room. So anyway, it was a great night at NN. It was a mini party. Everyone was fabulous and they did a great job. Shows were terrific and I'm very proud of them all.
Now, also, when we got here today, the computer broke at iHeart, so we were we were scrambling to do 200 different things.
But we did it.
But they're
You know
good
what I
people.
love about being here at iHeart is when the Army comes in, I'm thinking we just paid, so I know they don't want money, but
I
they
thought-
came in a drove in
I
a
thought
line.
they had machine guns. I was ready to
Did you
run
see
at
that?
them.
What did you think? Because, I went to engineering and I said, I have a little problem. And they're like, what? And I said, I've pushed the buttons that I know I'm supposed to push. Therefore, I need an engineer. Thankfully, the gaggle of engineers were all together. So I had 2 of the 3 in the building in there with me. And they're like, oh, no, that doesn't look good. So thank goodness Brenna was still here. And she said, go get Jeannie. And then Jeannie was like, let's go get Lance. And I said, all we're
I saw
missing...
this hotel. When they were coming, I said, we're either in trouble. I said, there's no exit stage right here.
But you notice that we just looked at each other and went, okay, what can we do for you today?
Because we were expecting the worst. But I was like, I'm going to be zen because I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and this is all out of our control. And there were options, and Brenna was like, I got this.
There's always an option.
She's like, we have options. We have 2 to 3 options. I got this. Let's all go in there. And it worked out. And I said, all it's missing is the Pope, the President, Bob Pittman himself.
And my wish wand. Never underestimate the power of my wish wand. Correct?
And it worked out.
And it always works out.
No one got mad.
The funny thing, and by the way, we have.
And by the way, we are live streaming on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe.
She never lets me say what I want to say, but go ahead.
You can also find us on Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe and on
Where?
YouTube, the Brooklyn Cafe.
Okay.
And on YouTube at AMP2 TV, give us a call, 800-889-0267. Now, my friend.
Who do we have in studio?
We have Kate Atkins from Elevated Fitness, Elevate with Kate. Our second hour, we have Sherry Colton joining us.
Elevate the
I'm doing well, thank you.
Kate,
It
poor
is
Kate.
the calmest said here. You are running 25 things here at once.
I had to watch the time because Hallie Elise is on another show.
I
I
see
have
that.
somebody doing the board. C's doing the board, and I'm watching her with my right hand, doing the show with my left hand, talking to Connecticut and you with my mouth.
I'm impressed.
And meanwhile, I've got a conundrum of my own. My headphones are working on one side only, so it's always something.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
It is a good day at WBZT, though. It is all good.
It's all good. It's all good.
So, Saturday was the full moon.
No, it wasn't.
It
That's
was
right.
the full moon.
It's been a full moon since Saturday.
And Felice and Sunny Arfa and Leslie, Coach Leslie, all told me Saturday night was the night to manifest what you wanted. And it is coming forward.
Did you have the ghost people at your house?
Key West Paranormal Society did go. They will be here on the 19th.
Oh, I totally
There was
forgot about that.
a message on Facebook yesterday
Yes.
that your mom or dad or somebody said
Yes.
that we didn't even talk about it. They're very upset with me.
Oh,
We didn't even
about it now
talk
if you'd
about
like
it
to.
yesterday. I mean, yesterday's show went so fast. I said, what do you mean we're done?
It really
had
did.
started and we were over.
Yeah, they came in at 9 o'clock. They started around 10:15. I think they were there until the battery ran out at 2.
Did they make any contact?
They did, and what my mom found so interesting was she didn't see what they saw. She thought she would see
Right.
what she thought she
Like
would
on a
see in the
Disney ride.
human world, right?
Right.
She did not see, but their equipment would light up, and they had different visuals and different energy fields,
Wow.
which was very cool. So they're going to be here on the 19th.
But wait a minute.
Peggy,
You-
what a
you-
perfect
You're
night.
not going to leave us just like that.
Wait,
What
wait,
else?
wait!
it's a
But what
nice
a perfect
teaser.
night that you guys did that on a full moon.
They did it on a full moon. You are correct.
What, did you expect anything else?
What was that on purpose?
No.
Of course it was. Yes, it was.
It was not.
It was too.
Well, it was on purpose from the universe had brought it to that night. It
All
was
right.
actually scheduled the week before, and my mom had to reschedule it.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
There are no coincidences in this world.
Who
Who?
set the time for the meeting?
Peggy.
No. How many times did your mother have to cancel?
A few.
And why is it that the coincidence happened on the full moon? Really?
I'm telling you. Because there are no coincidences.
So it wasn't a coincidence.
It just happened.
It happened purposely because it needed to happen. Now, I want to know, what did they get?
Ah. You're going to have to tune in on the 19th like
Dun, dun,
everybody
dun.
else.
This was just a teaser.
That was just a teaser. But yes, they did find. But everything they found, I will tell you, was all positive and good.
Oh, that's good.
Tim was there to do what he needed to do, but Tim did not need to use his skills as the demonologist because everything that was there was good and positive.
Oh, cool.
So they did find some things, and I will leave that to them, but it was all positive energy,
So
which
it's
was
like
really
at my
good.
house, aunts and uncles and grandparents.
They said it was very good, so we move on from there.
What was
Very
that?
exciting. I hit
Ouch.
I hit the
I know. I
mic.
heard it too.
My ear hurts.
I heard it in my one good.
It's my unicorn.
Aw.
Unicorn will travel. This Thursday, big news, we are at the Foundry on location at 2781 East Atlantic Boulevard in
What is a
Pompano.
Foundry?
The Foundry is a fabulous restaurant.
Yeah, but what is a foundry?
I don't know. You
What
wanna
does the
look up
word
your
foundry-
the
encyclopedia.
origin of.
What does a foundry mean?
Carol's computer's working, so she will look it up
I
for
get
us.
the feeling that it has a lot to do with fire.
Fire.
Yeah, and like where they. I get the feeling it's like where the One Ring was made, the Lord of the Rings, but I could be wrong.
They have a great bar that opens up to the outside. I know what I would always talk about. I think it's going to be a beautiful set for us. We've got the outside to be able to view. They've got a great raw bar. It's a beautiful setting. Bobby Jackson from the Custom Fitness Institute has set it up.
I was right.
You were right.
A workshop or factory for casting metal.
Interesting. I wonder what metal they're
You're like
casting.
an encyclopedia.
Not really.
I have not even vitalized her yet.
I don't know what the hell
Oh,
that means.
That's
True.
my app.
That's true.
Kate, are you getting all this? Are you getting
But
all this?
it's all good. So we will be there Thursday from 12 to 2 with a full house. We have Mim and Ray joining us on set. We have Sunny Arthur will be joining us with Feel Great Meditate. Hopefully Lily Jaffe will be with us, and Nikki Rose Klein, and Faith Washington, and Erica Obando, and Michelle Dempsey, and all of our hosts from
Erica
NN will
Obando's
join us.
coming?
Well, let's invite her. Why not?
She's not coming.
But look, I got your attention, didn't I?
You got my attention.
How
because
many names did I rattle off until that one? Maybe she'll be there.
she's
We met a
not
new
gonna-
musician last week. We
producing
had
another show.
Pamela Cohen joined us on set yesterday, and this woman explained to me theories that I did not know. With Dawn DeMarco, she was on set, and she talked about
Oh,
how
Pamela.
there are no coincidences.
I'm going to tell you something
That
about
the
Pamela.
universe and God and everyone brought us to that setting because that was a last-minute gig that they pulled together for a reason.
I'm going to ask Kate. Kate, have you ever heard anybody say...
And if it wasn't for the mosquitoes, I'd probably still be there talking to them.
She said... No, Pamela said something very unique. What kind of Jewish person is she?
She is a Messianic Jew.
Do you know what that is? I thought it was a messy Jew, but it's not that.
Tread lightly, my friend.
I didn't know what messianic meant. Neither
Just
did you.
saying, when we talk about religion, which we don't do in the show, you must talk factual and
But
tread
I
lightly.
didn't know
It
what
has-
it was. Did you know what it was?
It has the root word Messiah in
I
it.
did not know what it was, and she explained to me that she is.
Kate, do you know what that means?
No, I do not.
Do you know what it means, that Connecticut?
It
Miss
has the root
Encyclopedia?
word Messiah in it.
You are correct.
I
So
can give you lots of words that have root words, but do you know what that means?
obviously they have something to do with worshiping the Messiah, perhaps.
You are
Well,
correct.
Remember, Jews believe that
All
the
you
Messiah
gotta
has
do
not come back.
is you gotta look at the words. You gotta
Yeah,
look at.
her hands look like a Rubik's cube.
Because she knows we're treading lightly, and she's worried to
Why
see
are
what
we
you're going to
treading
say.
lightly?
Keep your finger on that button.
Why? I'm not going to say anything wrong.
Good.
I admire what she says. She taught me something
Yeah,
last
she
night.
taught me something I did not know, and when I would ask people what that means, because we come in contact with so many different cultures and religions, everyone says, "Well, you know." I don't.
Well, you know.
I did not know. So
Listen, by the way.
I'm doing great today. It's relating to the Messiah is the
Yes.
definition.
Yeah, but you have to know what it means. Listen, you forgot to play. The
After-
song. The song.
Sarah's song.
The song. I mean, how can you do
Listen,
that?
after today, come on, aren't you impressed that we got you guys up?
I
and
am so impressed.
So this is what I want you to do.
Play it
Impressive.
now?
I want you to play the song. No,
Why don't we go
when
out to
go to
commercial?
commercial, I want you to lead with that song and then break the commercial, okay?
We come back from commercial. We're going to talk to Kate Atkins from Elevated Fitness.
We're not going to commercial yet
Why not?
because I ain't ready.
Could you please get ready, my
Is
friend?
anybody checked today's
Yes,
list?
it's all checked.
And it's all right?
That's all right. I've been working very hard.
I'm still not ready.
Again,
Then. So it could be as soon as tomorrow, typically not, but it doesn't feel any later than January. Really having your heart be happy, really having that sweetness that you want. Though I come back to you need a short period of time to decompress because you see certain things and you're done, and it's actually not to your benefit, hun. This
Yeah.
makes sense?
Oh, definitely, for sure.
And-
My exes, they're like, we can never win with you.
Yeah, and
That's
and
what
it
they say.
and it really is more a matter of, do they have to be perfect or do they have to be somebody that makes you smile? I mean, really give some thought to that. Okay, so they didn't put their socks in the hamper, one's hanging off the side, and that ticks you off. Done. Or is it like, all right, I'm going to put a little note above the hamper, and I'm going to make it comical, and I'm going to say, if it falls off, I'm feeding it to my pet dragon. You'll be, with one sock. Meaning approaching things with a little bit more lightness
Yes.
versus it's got to be my way. Because, yes, certain things should absolutely be your way, and it's important that you have what you want in a relationship. But if you're honest with yourself, if you're looking for 100%, it's not happening in this lifetime. It's not happening on this planet. 85%, though, is pretty rocking. And I feel like you have somebody coming into your life, like I said, between now and January, that can give that to you. But you are going to miss them if you don't slightly make an adjustment.
Got it. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And let me add one more thing here, and I'm going to go back to like physical stuff. And again, preface.
Why I get paid so well.
I'm still not ready. I still have things to talk about.
Okay, what would you like to talk
What
about?
are we doing Thursday?
Thursday.
What are we doing Thursday?
Thursday we will be at the Foundry in Pompano. It is at 2781 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano. It is just east of Federal Highway at the Foundry. Remember, Foundry means to cast out of iron.
That's right. So we're gonna throw Dawn in the fire and see if she casts us out. Get the demons out of her. That's the first thing. We are gonna have the Delray Chamber of Commerce.
We will have the Pompano
On that too.
Chamber of Commerce there because we were in Pompano Beach.
Yes.
You can find all the information and the other vendors that will be there on our Facebook page on the Brooklyn Cafe. You can also
Yes.
find it on AMP2 Facebook page. Bobby Jackson from the Custom Fitness Institute has put this all together. Fred Moncal will be there. We have cannabinoid water. We have CBD. We have Green Roads World. We have Lily Jaffe and Faith Washington and Elevated.
The elevator?
It's great. No,
Bodies?
it's great to meditate.
Oh,
Oh,
Great,
Sunday.
elevate, meditate. It's all in my head.
Sunny?
Sunny Arfa will be there with her sound tool.
Now, before we go to commercial, I use the oil. I use the pain relief from the.
Shall I share?
Yeah, show that. I used this thingamajig last night again.
The
Now,
CBD cream.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Tell me something.
I don't know if I'm mentally unstable.
Oh,
How's
you
that?
are. Yes, you are.
Mentally unstable.
You are.
Well, I
but-
feel like Vanna White.
All of a sudden, the pressure that I had from my neuropathy has dispersed. So I don't know what's going on here. The doctors will be in here tomorrow. I don't know if it's an anti-inflammatory. I don't know what the
CBD
deal
is an anti-inflammatory.
Yeah,
But
CBD comes from hemp, and hemp is
It's
actually,
anti-inflammatory?
It does have
Well,
anti-inflammatory.
I'm going to tell you what
effects.
happened. I done this on the test tube, and I put this on yesterday
Yes.
for the second time last night. Last night when I put it on, my skin absorbed it like water in the desert. The first time I did it, it was like slippery, and I had to keep putting it around. Last night, like this, and no pain. It's like the body says, "We need that. Give me more."
It's awesome.
So we
That
need
is
to talk
awesome.
about that. So
They're going to be with us, I hope. We spoke to Andrew about it on Thursday
good.
at the Foundry.
And I also want to put out there that if you are an entrepreneur,
An entrepreneur
that too,
or a mompreneur
or
or a multipreneur
or a dadpreneur, or a childpreneur,
anythingpreneur.
or anything, yeah. And you come on down Thursday,
Yes.
I'll put you on the air.
And I also want to give a big shout out to C. Bobby Jackson's lady, Graciana, who was helping us in production at our other studio.
Lady.
His lady.
Lady, she got a big kick about playing that song. See, it's the little
So
things.
she is, you know, they say every window can open up a door to new possibilities. Never underestimate any opportunity.
True that.
We met Bobby through Heather, and he has opened up incredible venues and windows and doors. And now we met his lady, and she's helping us in production. So you just never know.
She's a
Always
sweetheart.
take the chance and look at the opportunity.
Yeah, she's a
Now are you ready to go to commercial break?
No.
Okay, so here's what you want me to do. You want me to play Sarah's song first?
Yes, because I want the world to know that we're leaving.
You're
We're
leaving.
going.
We are
Okay.
moving down to Boca Del Rey to
And
our
I-
new studio down to
Boca.
95.3 FM, Boca.
And
Del
I don't
Rey.
have a dry cleaners in the sky or whatever that guy did. You
What
know
do
what
you
I
need?
mean? Wheezy.
Moving
Oh,
on
you're
up.
moving on up.
Actually,
Deluxe apartment, not a dry cleaners in the sky. It's a deluxe apartment
the
in the sky.
Jeffersons.
Yes, I just don't want people to think I'm the Jefferson. I'm not George Jefferson.
Because
So
you're
if
already
you're
there,
wondering
baby.
why he's a little babbly today, it's because he's got a million things. Oop! And Kate just fell down in her chair.
Holy smokes, what happened to you?
What is happening?
No, I was sitting too
Do you remember when Leslie
Wait,
used to sit in the
hold on,
chair
I
and
gotta
he'd
get
fall
that
off?
on the air. What happened? Where'd you go? How you doing?
I'm here.
Too much. This is too much.
She
today.
shrunk. That shit.
It's the
That
world
shit.
of Willy Wonka.
I gotta fix this.
Oh,
Willy
Lord.
Wonka, we are now in your world of Oompa Loompa land.
What? Oompa
Which
Loompa
Oompa
land.
Land?
Oh my god, I love that.
I know you do. Now you're ready to go to commercial break.
Nope.
Carol, what are we going to do with him?
Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm playing Sarah. I'm playing
Let's
Sarah.
play Sarah.
Sarah, and then go into commercial.
Okay, hold on a second, because I think I have something else playing. Hold on, keep talking. I'm
Let's
sorry.
see what we got
Is
going.
this list right?
Is this gonna? Yes.
It's the list I gave you. It would be correct. Unless you switch.
But why do you have it so uneven? Can
I
you
need a
count
new
to
pro-
5?
I need a new production board is what I need so we can erase. At our new studio, I'll have a production board for you, Freddie.
But can you count to? You got 3 and 5, 3 and 4, and I mean, this is
Okay.
It happened. We
So-
had no
Are you ready?
computers.
I'm ready.
all right. Hit it.
We'll be right back.
Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. It's time for me to leave WBCT. Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. Got a new gig on Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM from 6 to 8 p.m. Are you coming with me? Hey you, I'm taking your calls on WNN. Hope you'll be joining me and we'll keep going on at WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM from 6 to 8 p.m. You can come here.
For over 35 years, Ruth and Norman Rails Jewish Family Services has been serving residents of Boca Raton, Delray Beach, and Highland Beach through their comprehensive range of programs and services for people of all ages and beliefs. Whether you need help with food, financial assistance, senior services for yourself or a loved one, affordable counseling and mental health service, career and employment services, or their Center for Families and Children, JFS is here for you. Please call JFS at 561-852-3333 or railsjfs.org. Call 561-852-3333. The Custom Fitness Institute is a private fitness studio offering personal training and partner training programs to fit your schedule. CFI has created a premium workout environment fit for every fitness level. From beginners to competitive athletes, their welcoming facility and certified fitness professionals are there to design a custom program to help you achieve your goals efficiently, safely, and effectively. CFI also offers nutritional evaluations, physical assessments, and movement assessments. Give them a call today to schedule your free consultation. 954-999-8458. The Custom Fitness Institute can help you get your health and fitness journey started or bring your current fitness level to new heights. Call the Custom Fitness Institute today. 954-999-8458. Health and Vitamin Concepts can help balance you through an innovative, non-invasive biomeridian assessment that measures the energetic properties of your body and naturally corrects the imbalances. Offering a complete thyroid, hormone, and nutritional profile, Health and Vitamin Concepts identifies the specific vitamins and herbs in the exact amount your body needs. Call for more information, 561-392-8448, or visit online at healthandvitaminconcepts.com. If you're ready to have more energy, better health, and a greater sense of well-being, make an appointment today at Health and Vitamin Concepts in Boca Raton at 7152 Barracasa Way. Call 561-392-8448. That's 561-392-8448. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 1-800-889-0267, toll free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 1-800-889-0267. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe on this. I can't even come up with something that's crazy for Tuesdays. A terrific Tuesday. How about that? We are live streaming on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe. You can find us on Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe and on YouTube at AMP2 TV. Give us a call at 800-889-0267. And we are here on set today with Kate Atkins of Elevated Fitness.
Elevation.
And Carol's raising her hand.
Yeah.
It's Topsy-Turvy Tuesday.
Perfect.
See,
Topsy-Turvy
you got
Tuesday.
you got that on the button there.
Topsy-Turvy Tuesday. We
Hey.
also have Tia Angelo on the line.
Listen, we want to give away stuff today, so if you call in, we have stuff to give away. I don't know what the hell we're giving away, but we got stuff.
We have tickets to Soul of a Woman.
That's a $500 2 tickets.
We have a registration to Badass Running Trail Race.
I don't know how much that's worth, but that's something.
We have a signed book from 3D Learner.
Yes.
And we have
We may have
Probably more.
This next author.
and a new author. We have Tia Angelo on the line. Hi, Tia.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
I hear
How are
you
you
have
guys?
a new book, which I'm very excited to start reading. I think I should have it in the mail today or tomorrow.
Yes,
Tell us about your book.
Wait, what's the name of it?
Tell us about the
it's
book.
called I Come From Crazy.
Oh,
Oh
perfect
my
for
God.
me. Everyone is laughing, and it is a perfect topsy-turvy Tuesday for that.
I want to know if
Yeah.
Kate brought all the craziness. Did you bring
I
it?
come from crazy.
I'm not crazy.
What is it's an adult book or a child's book?
It's an adult book. It's a memoir. It's the story of my life, growing up in a dysfunctional family in Brooklyn and Staten Island, New York, and how I kind of just survived it, got through it, the tools I used, and how I got to be where I am today.
What is your background?
My background is I'm a holistic health and nutrition coach. So I coach mostly women in small groups and one-on-one, and I was getting so much information from people saying, you know, I love what you do, and so much has changed for me. My life, it's life-changing working with you. So that was part of why I wanted to write the book, because I wanted people to see kind of like where I came from and where I am today, and how, and this way maybe I could reach more people. I want to be able to inspire more women and more people, as many as I can, not just, you know, I love my small groups and I love my one-on-one, but I want to be able to really
Reach a bigger
motivate
audience.
people. Yes.
All right, so here's the thing. We all come from a dysfunctional family. No ifs, ands, or buts. Everyone has their degree of dysfunction.
Hmm.
Is your degree of dysfunction about the same, or you think even more?
Well, there was some alcoholism involved, you know, growing up with an alcoholic mom, kind of an absentee father, and a very crazy, large Italian family that I was kind of shuffled around to. When my mom was unable to take care of myself and my sister, we were kind of shuffled from mostly to Brooklyn. So that's why the cover of my book you'll see is the Verrazano Bridge, because I was constantly going back and forth from Staten Island to Brooklyn to stay at my family's home in Brooklyn.
Well, it sounds perfect for the Brooklyn Cafe, because that is the bridge we have sitting behind me on set.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I like the word fun in dysfunctional. So my dysfunctional family was all about the fun, baby. That's the
It's
only
always fun.
It's only about the fun with the dysfunctional. Now she sounds. Where are you calling us from, Tia?
I'm calling from New Jersey.
Yeah, I could tell.
How could you tell?
She's a northerner because not here in
Where's
Florida.
she's calling from?
Because people in Florida it's sort of sluggish, but she's on the
on
ball.
it.
She's like a crisp apple.
She's been
We
energized.
talk fast from New York and New Jersey,
We're
right?
fast, baby. We fast.
That is true. Where can people find your book?
Okay, so you can find it on Amazon. It's available on Amazon, and it's I Come From Crazy by Tia Angelo. You can get it there. It's $12.97.
I come from crazy. I'm going to start reading it. Hopefully, we'll get you on set one of these days soon. You'll come join us
She's gonna
Yes,
find out.
absolutely. I would love that.
on the cafe. And we met Tia Angelo through Rochelle Schwartz,
And you
The
are
soul
not
of a
only
woman.
I have a theme song for you.
Queen of Hearts. You do.
We have a theme song. Yeah.
Yes,
from
Carmen's.
Carmen.
I was thinking the same thing.
We like to
Carol's getting it queued up.
we like to mix what artists
We're
or
so
authors
out
do
of the box here.
with three-dimensional stuff. So it's either you have like we wanted to do the little characters running around,
Yes, for
or
Tweety.
music.
Tweety's going to join us
Tweety's gonna
Thursday
join
also.
us. We're gonna have character. I may dress up that way. I may do it. I might.
Can we put you in blue?
But this music from Carmen.
Wait, Tia, listen to this
what's
song.
the name of the song?
No
What's the name of the song?
Crazy.
Go
Tia,
crazy.
listen to this song from Carmen Medina sings.
Okay, listening.
It just reminds me.
This is our theme song.
No crazy.
Buy the book at Amazon.
By the book.
I like my coffee. I like my shoes. I like my car. I'm
Carol's gonna miss
watching
us.
you. I've got my shades. I've got my
They're all gonna
keys.
miss
Going
us here.
to the beach. Gonna get my groove. No time for freaks. Been working out. Know what I want. Just stay with me. Here's what I'm talking about. No crazy. No, 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 no.
See, Tia, you fit perfectly with all of our platforms. It's all about having fun, as Freddie says, the fun and dysfunction.
I love it.
Fun back.
That's from Carmen Medina Sings. She was on our set a few months ago, and we asked her if we could play that as part of our theme song, and she was honored. So thank you again, Carmen Medina Sings. Thank you,
That's
Tia, for giving
amazing.
us a call.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me on, guys.
I come
Thanks
from
so much. Have
Crazy
a great
by
day.
I come from Crazy by Tia Angelo. We can find it on Amazon, and I will keep you posted. And I'm going to read it this week.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Tia.
Dawn.
Have a great day. Bye bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
How about that? How about it all comes together?
Did you laugh at that?
Do I laugh? No, because I love the way. I don't even question anymore how things come together. I'm questioning why you're sitting in a hole, Kate. But other than that, I do not question anything else on this
All right,
set.
now we're going to talk about
I
Kate
have to
and-
add to that. I agree. I don't question anymore. I just go with it.
We just go, and it
Because
just seems
today,
to work, right?
You know, a year ago today, a day like today, I would have been not in tears, but my stomach would have hurt. And I'm like, no, you know what? It's going to work out.
Because honestly, who for a living gets to have a wish wand,
True.
my ducks in a row, a unicorn, CBD cream?
A girl sitting in a low chair.
We've got Willy Wonka World. We've got the craziest things. We've got a song called No Crazy. We've got a new author, Tia Angelo, and a book I call From Crazy. Freddie is doing 25,000 things over here
I'm
with
doing
an easy
production
button.
in Atlanta right now.
You're in Atlanta, Boston, Boca. I don't even know where you are. So I'm going to chit-chat with Kate while we're here from
You
Elevated
chit-chat,
Fitness.
baby, chit-chat.
Welcome, Kate. Kate, I have all your products out here as well.
Yes.
Tell us about Elevated Fitness.
All right, so Elevated Fitness is an energy and lifestyle company. We're based out of LA, California. Just started last year in April, and our goal is just to help people elevate their health and their energy, and we do that through different avenues, and one of that being our supplements, our products. They're all natural, plant-based. There's no artificial ingredients in it, so no artificial sweeteners, additives, fillers, thickeners, none of that extra stuff that your body doesn't need. 3 of those products are our protein, which is made with brown rice and pea. The protein also contains all your essential vitamins and minerals that your body would need on a daily basis. So, and the beauty of it is that it's at the full effective dose. So it's basically like taking a multivitamin with your protein, which is awesome. Because I know some people, like myself, I can't take vitamins. Even if I take it with food, it still upsets my stomach. So the protein is perfect for that because you get all your 9 essential amino acids and all your essential vitamins and minerals. So
All mixed in. And
All mixed
often
in.
when you try to do a supplement on top of a supplement,
right.
the cleaner I eat and the cleaner I become on my supplements and my proteins, the more sensitive my body is to something off key. It is
Exactly.
the craziest thing.
Yes.
I mean, one little tweak, and I'm back at Daphne's at Health and Vitamin Concepts, getting something else because I've thrown my body out of whack just by something so simple and things you don't even
Exactly.
think about. So you can over supplement.
Yes, you can. There are certain things you can over supplement with. I know that the body does, with water soluble vitamins, your body does excrete that. So whatever your body needs, it absorbs it, but whatever your body doesn't, it can excrete that. But there are other vitamins like fat soluble vitamins, which you have to be careful with because that can accumulate in the body. So sometimes too much of vitamins and minerals are a bad thing as well. So you really have to be careful.
How do you know if it's too much?
So, I mean, sometimes people develop side effects depending on what vitamin, what mineral it is. So,
And
but
I'm glad you asked that because guess who's coming on our show tomorrow?
Oh my God, who?
We have Daphne from Health and Vitamin Concepts coming on our show tomorrow.
there you
You
go.
know who else you got coming to me?
We've got your doctor.
Got my doc.
Your doctor.
And mine
Well,
too.
listen, you told me something that I because of the craziness going on around us, you got your results back.
Yes.
And you want to share?
Yes.
I mean, we got the health pro here.
You can share these results.
Yes. Everything is absolutely normal. Normal. There's nothing
Now I
wrong
know
with
there's
me.
something wrong with that.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's awesome.
Except my cholesterol, which I already knew was really high. But I don't understand the sluggishness, the bloated belly. They checked for celiac. They didn't find anything. So I don't get it.
So, Kate,
Well,
in your expert opinion, and you're also a PA,
Right. I'm a physician assistant. My background is exercise science, so I did study nutrition and metabolism in undergraduate, which is important because when you go to PA school or when doctors go to medical school, they don't really get a nutritional background. They don't really get a class in nutrition. So, unfortunately, the doctors aren't as aware and educated on the best nutrition for your body. So, thankfully, I have that background, and after I graduated PA school, I made sure to do the research and learn as much as I can, because nutrition is important. It's important for your health, and it's important what you're putting into your body. So yeah, there are conditions like celiac disease which can cause bloating and upset stomach, but it's also the foods you're putting into your body. People have food sensitivities and food allergies that they don't even know about.
And so much of what we have in the United States is processed.
Exactly.
And my son, I know, we feel so sorry for him. He went to Europe for a month. But he went and he came back and he said, I eat clean here. He said, but the food is not the same.
Exactly.
Because we have so much in our processing. You can go to Europe and have a sandwich, but the bread is baked fresh.
Right.
You can have cheese, and it's also curated fresh. Everything is fresh.
Right.
I agree.
Here it is not the same.
Because
Exactly.
when I went to England and all of my problems went away for the week I was there. Everything, and I mean everything, went away. I lived in Costa Rica for 8 months. Everything went away. And I come back and boom, I gain all the weight back, and it's the craziest thing.
So I'm glad Daphne will be here tomorrow, because I walked into her place last week, and every time I walk in, it's almost like it's my last resort because I can't figure out what's going on. And she says, this is what it is, and this is what you need to do. And boom, within 2 days, simple. It was magnesium and salt
Let me see your
capsules. See?
That's not bad. That's
Magnesium and
better.
salt capsules. She said at least 2 a day on each. And kind of play with it, and as you see what it is. So simple, but yet you would never think.
So, Kate, let me ask you a question. I don't know what people call me. I'm on the air. In Connecticut's case, and I know that you have stuff.
Yes.
You have the
Products.
proteins.
Yes.
You have all the good stuff.
Energy boost. Yep.
Energy boost. So, what would you recommend for somebody who's feeling sluggish that won't? I guess everything you had was okay.
Everything was okay, but here's the thing: I had
So it's old age.
I had two.
No.
I had 2 rolls on Friday. I'd
I
never.
got 4 rolls. Don't worry about it.
2 rolls. Were they white? White
Yes.
rolls?
Yes.
Okay. So
But
white
here's-
breads, white pastas.
Okay, because I went out to dinner.
Uh-huh.
I had 2 rolls, one plain, one garlic.
Okay.
I never made it to my entree. I couldn't wait to get home to fall asleep. I fell asleep Friday early before 7 o'clock at night, and I was out down for the count all day Saturday.
Yeah, and it's crazy when they make those rolls. They add flour. It's refined flour, refined sugar.
So I got to stay away from that.
Yeah.
I would, in my unexpert opinion, but as a health coach, I would say just stop the carbs and then like you do with a baby. You reintroduce one food at a time. It's not going to be easy.
But you also want to, when you introduce carbs, you want to
Stop the processed carbs, I should
Yeah,
say. You
yeah,
want the
stop
carbs from
processed
vegetables,
carbs.
you want the carbs from fruit, you want the carbs from
From
natural.
whole grains.
Right, but the processed carbs, the whites, the white flours, the white sugars.
Exactly.
Well, I heard.
We also need to go to commercial while you get
Don't
ready.
worry about that.
Okay.
And we're getting people that are writing Kate about you dropping knowledge, Josh, and stuff. But I read and I heard, I was told yesterday, I was told in the hospital, just forget about taking in carbs. Don't eat carbs.
No.
Let me tell you why.
Processed carbs.
Time out. The lady told me, forget about carbs. Let me tell you what the psychology of her was.
Okay.
If you try not to eat carbs, you're going to end up eating them anyway. There is carbs in everything you eat.
Yes.
There is.
You can't walk down the street without getting hit over the head by a carb. But if you look out to eat them, you're going to create more damage. So her mentality is,
I see.
don't eat them, and you're going to eat them anyway. And you know what? She's right. I spoke
That's
to
true.
Carlos. Don't introduce me to this kid, Carlos.
Oh,
That kid
Carlos
dropped
Cruz.
182 pounds.
I'm so proud of him.
He's a 5.6.
5. Hemoglobin A1C.
Yeah.
Wow.
He came from an 11. That kid is a better story than me.
The two of you started at about the same point.
Yes.
And I say I'm so proud of Carlos. Carlos doesn't care if I'm proud of him. But I watched this man go from where you are, but Freddy had a village. Freddy has the doctors and Leslie and Daphne and Giggles, and you name it, you have a village of people. You have Linda Harmon supporting you. Carlos has Carlos and
You got
his
nobody
friends in the
supporting him?
community.
He
He
has
does,
people.
but it's not like your peeps, where we sit and talk about it every day.
First of all, let me tell you something about Carlito.
Every day.
Carlito's Latino.
Yes.
Let me tell you what the problem is with Latino culture. Latino culture likes café con leche, el
And rice
cortadito.
and beans.
Can't eat that stuff.
And fried
rice and
meat.
beans, arroz y habichuela. You can't eat that stuff.
That's
So
my
I said
mother.
to him,
My mother goes, "Here's a little bit of pasta. This isn't going to hurt you." I said, "Ma, I can't have any
Ma,
pasta."
you see, but
the
that's what.
meatloaf, Ma.
But that's what my doctor said. Don't have the carb, and you won't have that little bit of pasta. You won't.
But I watch Carlos. I've seen him at the gym for years. And I used to talk to him a lot at the gym. There was not a whole lot of working out going on. And now he works out twice a day, and he's lifting weights, and he's doing cardio, and he is working out so hard. He has made a change and made a difference.
But
And
that
he
kid-
asked if he could intern with us. He's not a kid. He's probably my age.
Well, he's still a kid to me. But I'm going to tell you something. That guy, he dropped 182, and he wants to get down to 185. He's 5'8".
Wow.
He wants to get down to 180. No, he wants to get down to 165, 162, something like that. I said, Carlos. He says, but it's really hard, Freddy. So we started talking about what he eats. Again, Kate, right up your alley. What do you eat? And he says, I don't want to cut out the coffee. Now, let me tell you, coffee is a very dangerous drink when you're diabetic because of the other side effects it does.
But did you see the new study that just came out in JAMA
You know
today?
what? I don't want to hear
always
that. I don't want to hear
changing,
that. I
The
don't
new
wanna hear that.
study that just came out in
Always
JAMA.
changing.
But there are different things that happen to diabetics in terms of the inflammation
Right.
of what goes on with a diabetic's feet, his hands.
Exactly.
Look at my hands. They're moving. So that little creamy cream over there,
Diabetic retinopathy, your eyes.
you gotta watch your eyes. It's all sorts of stuff you gotta watch. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, you want to watch and be aware of the foods you're consuming because there's a lot of processed foods and sugars that will increase that inflammation. So
And here's the craziest thing. Type 2 diabetes, a lot of it can be controlled with diet,
exactly.
exercise. I know medication, but often if people watch their diet continuously, perhaps you don't develop the diabetes to start with. Not
Exactly.
type 1. Type 1 is different. But as a type 2 diabetic, it was a lifestyle and genetics that probably precipitated it.
And that's
Probably.
actually in medicine, that's the number one treatment is try lifestyle changes first. And then, but most people aren't 100% committed, so the glucose never changes, so then that's when they get put on medications.
Kate's very good at looking in the camera, by the way. Are you ready to go to commercial
I
at
know, I love
12:46, Freddie?
No.
Come on, get with the program. We're running out of
He
time.
doesn't know what program. We're going to go to commercial break. Give us a call at 800-889-0267, and we'll be right back.
The British are coming! The British are coming! It's the new British invasion! Nikki Gross-Klein, real estate genius, along with fitness phenom Lily Jaffe of Evolving Bodies, will be joining the Brooklyn Cafe the first Monday of the month at 12 noon. The Brits talk honestly about health, hormones, and women in business. Are you ready to achieve your goals? Join the conversation on wealth, women, finance, aging, relationships, and a lot of fun that might leave the producer speechless. Nikki and Lily are experts in their fields and will share their knowledge and experience to help improve your life. They promise this will be nothing like you've ever heard before. Do you love the idea of healthy food conveniently delivered to your door? From Jupiter to Miami, Fit Food Fresh delivers convenience in the form of prepared, delicious, healthy meals direct to your home or office. You're never more than 2 minutes away from a nutritious meal made from the freshest quality ingredients and prepared by gourmet chefs. From paleo to vegan, breakfast to dessert, quinoas to quesadillas, Fit Food Fresh has you covered. You can mix and match meals from their entire menu to create your own custom plan based on your nutritional needs and preferences. Find them at fitfoodfresh.com. With no monthly commitment or setup fee, it's easy to try, risk-free. See why Fit Food Fresh is the highest rated meal plan in South Florida. Visit Fit Food Fresh at fitfoodfresh.com or give them a call at 866-600-4778. That's 866-600-4778. Are you fatigued, foggy-minded, bloated maybe, always hungry, trouble losing weight, or suffering from the effects of pre- or post-menopause? If so, the Evolving Bodies line of natural, garbage-free health products and delicious lactose-free protein is the line for you. Evolving Bodies gets the job done. They're a company with a conscience. Every time you purchase a product from Evolving Bodies, you're helping supply healthy meals to a family in need. For more info, call 561-948-1986 and visit www.evolvingbodies.com. Bodies is spelled B-O-D-Y-Z. For health and fitness tips, tricks, and recipes. It's so good, even Freddy likes it. Give him a call at 561-948-1986. Life doesn't have to be defined by abandonment or disease. Learn life skills to stop feeding those old wounds and imagine the possibility of being healthy and happy. Shari Coltoon is a master certified integrative life coach, Reiki master, and an intuitive, focusing on autoimmune disease and family estrangement. Shari facilitates a support group program for people who need healing from a family breakup. Contact Shari at 954-654-7187 to learn important life skills. For a 30-minute free session, call Shari Coltoon at 954-654-7187 or visit her website at sharicoltoon.com. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 1-800-889-0267, toll free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 1-800-889-0267. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we're back to a Topsy-Turvy Tuesday at the Brooklyn Cafe. Give us a call at 800-889-0267. You can find us live streaming on Facebook and on Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe. Find us on YouTube at AMP2TV. It is totally, Carol, thank you for that, a Topsy-Turvy Tuesday. We had Tia Angelo call in today with her book, I Come From Crazy, which you can find on Amazon.
Now, did you see what somebody wrote in?
We played Carmen Medina's song, No Crazy. Yes, I did. Did you see it?
Maribeth de Rosa. So
And what
she
did
read
she
the
say?
book.
No crazy.
I
It is
read,
a
I read
crazy
Tia
day.
Angelo's book, I Come From Crazy. It is very inspiring. I love it.
I like what you said. I like the fun and dysfunction. I truly think that we all come from some level of dysfunction.
I wish I could take
We're
credit.
functionally dysfunctional, is what Coach says to me, Coach Julia. We're all functionally dysfunctional. If we function and we keep going, we keep going.
It's funny.
It would make it what makes us who we are. It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny because I can't take credit for that.
I know you can't, but it sounded good as a reminder.
Oh, look at this.
I
just
usually
got a
say
text.
we put the fun in dysfunction in my family. We put the
That's
fun.
what Frankie. Frankie's the one, and I'm pretty sure he's listening. Frankie's the one that created the fun and dysfunction. When I was in New York, I didn't realize that. But I just got great news
You
from
did.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto
My
Rico.
sister texted me that my mother is actually feeding herself again.
Yes.
Fabulous, Mom.
So there you go,
Great
Miriam.
news.
Miriam, you're doing a good job, honey. I love you.
Which is
and,
why it's
I'll call you after
topsy-turvy.
the show. But that's great news.
We've got Kate Atkins with us from Elevated Fitness. We're talking about health, and I wonder if your protein, because it's made from brown rice and pea, would be good for Carol.
Oh yeah,
Carol with an
definitely.
E.
Definitely, because
Even
The-
though it's brown rice protein?
brown rice protein is gluten-free, so it wouldn't cause that gastrointestinal inflammation and bloating. And then peas. Peas are both are a great source of fiber, great source of carbohydrates, so they're the good carbs versus the bad carbs. It's not processed and all natural. So
So I have a question. Your
Yeah.
last name is Atkins?
hold
Uh-oh.
on.
Your last name is Atkins.
Atkins, yes.
How
Do
funny.
you have something to do with the Atkins?
No, we are not related
Not
because plus his diet is no carbs, which I
No
believe
carbs.
you still have to have carbs because if you completely eliminate carbs, you're also going to feel fatigued and tired and lethargic.
Yeah, because
so,
I did that diet like 3 times. It works, but holy moly, it comes
And then
back.
it comes right back.
It comes right back.
exactly. So
That's why
you have to
everything
have
in
a balance.
moderation.
Yep, moderation.
Tell me
balance.
about bananas. Here's my thing with bananas. I know they're great in potassium, and it's a fruit.
Yeah.
However, high in sugar,
It
high
is.
in bloating.
It is.
High in
so
bloating?
It can cause a little bit of bloating.
I think it
Some
causes
people-
constipation. I think a lot of things from bananas. Everyone grabs bananas for the potassium.
Right. But there are other good sources of potassium, like coconut water is full of potassium, raisins have potassium, so you can get potassium from other sources. But yeah, I mean, it depends. If you want a banana, I recommend eat it earlier in the day versus later in the day, and maybe every other day or every third day, so your body doesn't feel those effects.
One of my clients would eat a banana a day because she was trying to get healthy.
Right.
And she has IBS.
What's
Well,
that?
guess what that did? Irritable bowel syndrome.
Oh, that
The
makes it
banana
worse.
and irritable bowel did not work. She says,
Right.
but it's healthy. I said, but not for your gut. It's not. I said, try
Exactly.
stopping it. She stopped it. She said, holy smokes, I have never felt so good.
Yep.
Such a simple thing because you think a banana's healthy, just
Right.
like watermelon or pineapple,
Right.
things with high
The,
fructose.
the three things you just mentioned, a banana can only have
A
4
half?
inches, a half.
4 inches.
Well, you know what they say. But anyway, I can only have 4 inches. I can only eat watermelon one piece. I can only eat because they're high in that,
High in
Fructose and sugar.
and that turns into. I read an article.
Fructose turns into glucose, which
And-
raises your glucose.
Your sugar. But I read an article that says that when you put a piece of bread in your mouth, a piece of white bread, it's like taking a sugar packet. You know those packets that have those grams?
Yep.
Taking a sugar packet and just pouring it in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Instantly from the mouth, it turns into sugar. Is
Yep.
that correct?
That is correct because your saliva contains enzymes that start breaking down carbs in your mouth. So that's
So
correct.
even if some people used to say you could chew it, just don't swallow it. No, that don't work.
That's like CBD.
it doesn't matter.
Just leave it in your mouth, but don't swallow it.
But the problem here is that when you put something like that in your mouth and the sugar begins to go from the mouth, it just goes downhill from there. It gets worse.
Right.
Sweet potato fries are not, I'm sorry to say, a substitute for French fries, and I just learned that the hard way. Thank you very much for playing. I learned that the hard way. Sweet potato fries are not a substitute. They have less, but they create the same sugar effect in
Right.
your mouth as regular French fries. So,
Exactly.
But
they're both
a baked sweet
starches.
potato is better than a baked white potato.
yes, and
Yes.
one
But yes, they still have carbs.
and one bullet
Yes.
in your head is better than 2 bullets in your head.
Well, there
But
you go.
nonetheless, the bullet will be in your head.
It's a matter of choice.
And minus all the butter and cheese that they put on the baked or loaded baked
Now we're
potatoes.
talking about 3 and 4 and 5 bullets. And this came from a guy from Publix who saw me. He actually puts the food in the freezer for me. I talk to everybody, you know that. And he was telling me, how the hell did you lose the weight? Yeah, because he was trying to lose weight. So he came up with that whole thing. He says, I guess 1 bullet is better in your head than 2. I said,
There you go.
Do not substitute bad things for worse things. In
But
other
it's
words,
even
worse
when you
things
go
for-
out to when you go out to restaurants,
Yeah.
it's you may not think it's fast food, such as all of the different Asian foods, the Chinese, the
Right.
Thai,
No
the
good for you.
pad thai, because there's so much sodium in them.
right, sodium and
No good for you.
I
the
know.
MSG.
Pizza, all that good stuff.
Now you have different ingredients for different things, right? You have different proteins, different powders, different.
Yeah, the protein, and then we have the energy boost, which is natural green tea extract, has L-arginine, L-carnitine, CoQ10 to help with your physical performance, rhodiola extract to help with your mental performance, and then we have. Yeah, it's awesome. It's great as a replacement for coffee or an energy drink. So I used to drink 1 cup of coffee every day, and I haven't had coffee since last April. Because
look how
I
much
do the
energy she
boost.
has.
Oh yeah, and the energy lasts me all day.
And you work out
I do.
tremendously,
I do.
and you work all day. What do you 12-hour shifts and everything
Yeah,
else?
yeah,
So you are like the test tube to this product,
I am.
right?
It's a testament.
Test tube, testament.
Yeah.
Not a test
Well,
tube, a
no,
testament.
she's a test tube.
Where can we find you and your products?
So the products are online at www.liveelevatedfn.com, and we currently have a code that you can use at checkout. It's iHeartHealth for 10% off your discount. So definitely take advantage of that because it's going to be up for the next 1 to 2 weeks, and then it will be gone. So definitely take advantage of that.
Do you have a sample with you?
I don't have any samples with me today.
We'll get you a
but
sample, Carol.
Yeah.
So you can try it.
Yeah.
You could try
we can
this
get some
stuff. It's
samples.
pretty good.
Give it
Yeah.
a try.
I had it.
I'm
Did nothing
willing.
to it.
All
It
about
didn't
making
spike my
changes one step at a time.
Yes.
That's right.
That's what it is. Small steps leads to a lifetime of change.
Just like the window leeds to large doors of opportunity.
Okay,
Wish
take it
wisely
easy.
on
Take,
this topsy-turvy
take it
Tuesday.
easy, Yoda. Take it easy. You get all crazy.
We are not going away, though. We are here for an extended
Where are
lunch.
you going?
We're not going. We're going to go to the news in a moment. When we come back, we'll be with Shari Coltoon, our life coach.
Are we leaving for the second stage already?
Not
We
yet.
just got
We're
started.
taking a long
The
commercial
computer
break.
is broken. The computer is
But
broken.
we'll be right back. Give us a call, 800-889-0267.
You want to thank Kate for coming?
Thank you, Kate Atkins from Elevated Fitness. Thank you, Carol.
you for
Thank you,
having
iHeart
us.
and the
For
engineering
having
with
me.
our new computer. We'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.
And that's it for our noon hour for today. But wait, there's more. That's right, you have a second hour for lunch today. Life is good. And the second hour with Dawn and Freddy S. is even better. So stay put. Right after the news, they'll be back. Dawn, Freddy S. and more lunchtime fun at the Brooklyn Cafe.
WBZT West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Emails in the spotlight again. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The president's oldest son, now caught up in election meddling scrutiny, has released an email chain calling it an effort to be totally transparent. Fox's John Decker is live at the White House.
Moments before the New York Times published them, Donald Trump Jr. tweeted out emails detailing what led to the meeting in June 2016 between the president's eldest son and a Russian lawyer. According to an intermediary, the Russian lawyer, who is described as a Russian government attorney, promised to share damaging information about Hillary Clinton. In response, Trump Jr. wrote, "If it's what you say, I love it." The intermediary called the lawyer's information sensitive and part of Russia and its government's support for Mr. Trump. Trump Jr.'s attorney has dismissed the revelations as much ado about nothing. Lisa?
Meantime, John, Republicans in Congress remain focused on trying to get over the health care hurdle. Fox's Jared Halpern is live on the Hill.
Vice President Pence is again having lunch with Senate Republicans, a working lunch to try and find consensus on a plan to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. Iowa's Chuck Grassley is pessimistic, he says.
I'm looking for the best of 52 Republicans.
A vote on a draft bill last month was scrapped after several Republicans expressed opposition. GOP leaders now hope to release revisions later this week to set up a vote next week. Lisa.
Jared, the fiery crash of a military plane that killed 16 service members in a Mississippi field yesterday remains under investigation.
They were on a training flight from Cherry Point, North Carolina to El Centro, California.
The Marine Major Andrew Aranda says the tanker's home was Stewart Air National Guard Base in Newburgh, New York. Late word on more damage from one of the wildfires burning miles of land in the west. At least 36 homes found destroyed near Oroville, California. Fox News. Fair and balanced.
Our expressway is looking good, accident-free on 95 and the Turnpike. Your slowdowns are in Boca 95 south from Glades to Palmetto Park Road. 441, seeing some delays there northbound. That's from Forest Hill Boulevard to Southern. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is brought to you by Stand Up to Cancer.
I'm Tony Goldwyn. 20 years ago, when my mom had lung cancer, she didn't have many choices. But today, you do. If you've been diagnosed with lung cancer, please visit standuptocancer.org/lungcancer to learn more.
I'm meteorologist Chris Farrell for CBS 12 News. CBS 12 storm track Doppler radar tracking a few scattered coastal showers, even a little lightning storm. A few of these coastal showers around during the morning hours and one or two inland afternoon storms. Otherwise, sunny to partly cloudy. The rain chance 30%, the high 90. Tonight, partly cloudy, an isolated shower, low temperature, warm 80.
This report is brought to you by the T.J. Martell Foundation.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric Church, asking you to join me in the fight against leukemia, cancer, and AIDS through the T.J. Martell Foundation. Your support helps facilitate cutting-edge research that will lead to more effective treatments and save more lives. Visit tjmartell.org to learn about music's promise for a cure.
Think month end is the best time to buy a new car? Think again. Keep calm, shop early. Now through July 15th is the best time to get to Bremen BMW. Start the month early because with special factory and dealer incentives, we're changing the way people buy cars. Keep calm and shop early for a bigger selection and better savings. Beat the crowds and get over $2,500 in early month savings now until July 15th. Keep calm, shop early, save more. Bremen BMW, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter, a world-class experience.
In business, risks and rewards come with every decision, like moving to the cloud with Office 365. While its benefits include anywhere access and lower costs, cyber threats and user errors can quickly wipe out data and the money you save. Barracuda Essentials for Office 365 provide an added layer of security and functionality for threat protection, email migration, data recovery, and quality of service. Move securely to Office 365. Visit barracuda.com/essentials to learn more.
When you're hiring for a growing business, you don't need lots of candidates. You need the right candidates. You need Indeed.com.
with an algorithm that positions your job post where quality candidates are, and screener questions that help you zero in on the best talent. Indeed.com, the site proven through an independent study to deliver 5 times more hires than any other. New users claim your $50 credit for a sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Loan amounts based on income and other qualification factors. Borrowers often use payday loans over a period of months, which can be expensive. Need cash? If you need cash to get caught up on bills, you can now get up to $500 cash right here in Florida. Just dial *500 on your mobile phone, and we will text you a link to our store closest to you. That's right. Dial *500 and see how fast we can get you the cash you need. If you need cash fast, dial *500. If you need cash to help pay your bills or cover an emergency purchase, dial *500 now. That's *500. You can pick up your cash at a store near you or complete online. Just dial *500. The check cashing store is now the fast and easy way to get cash when you need it. For quick cash now to pay bills, dial *500 on your mobile phone so you can get your cash fast from online or one of the check cashing stores near you. To get cash fast, dial *500. *500.
1230 WBZT.
From the Club Raymond Motor Cars studio, you're listening to 1230 WBZT, an iHeartRadio station.
The thoughts and opinions expressed are those of the sponsors and don't necessarily reflect those of this station or iHeartMedia. Well, it's still lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for a late lunch. So keep your lunch pail open or grab a cup of coffee and take an after-hours seat in the Brooklyn Cafe. It's time for a double scoop of healthy topics and feel-good conversation to help your day go by easier while enjoying some new friends. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to serve you a huge portion of fun. It's that feel-good food that gets you back to work. So join our laughs and call in toll-free at 800-889-0267 right now. Let's all sit back and let Dawn and Freddy S. help fill your bucket of hope and happiness.
I know that I'm not playing your
what
songs
happened?
because I can't play 2 elements off the computer at the same
course
time.
not.
So
you gotta stop that element and play when we go
I
to
feel like I need a glass of wine.
let me know when you want me to
One of
play
those days.
the Sarah song.
No, her music makes me feel like, we should be at Maggiano's having a glass of wine.
Yes.
Or at Junior's having a Pinot Noir shake.
So you want me to play it now, or do you want to play it again at the break?
No, when I raise my finger, just cue it up.
Excuse
Okay.
me.
A Pinot Noir shake?
A Pinot Noir shake.
Well, first, let's see who we have on set. Who do
We have Shari called too.
Who is this woman in the small chair?
You can raise the seat if you'd like to, because Kate was here before. There's a lever on the right side that you
you
can
gotta
lift your
stand
seat.
up.
But you might fall down first.
Oh, yeah,
there,
there it
go
is.
down
You
first.
gotta stand up and let it pop up.
I feel like the old days.
That has to be the less chair.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe. What do you think, Freddie? Tell everyone where we are.
We're here.
Welcome back to
We
the
are-
Brooklyn Cafe for an extended hour of lunch.
We're at the beautiful La La Land Studios in West Palm Beach, Florida. And if you're looking for the news, we ain't it.
There
We
you go.
are the Brooklyn Cafe.
We ain't it.
We ain't it. We ain't. Now you're talking like me?
I'm repeating what you said.
Oh.
You can find us live streaming on Facebook at The Brooklyn Cafe and on Periscope at The Brooklyn Cafe. Find us on YouTube at AMP2TV and give us a call 800-889-0267 for this very topsy-turvy Tuesday of No Crazy, I Come From Crazy, about dysfunction. It's a perfect segue for everything that you are here for, because our first segment was about health and nutrition. Somehow we didn't quite get there. We had an author, T. Angelo Collins. She wrote a book called I Come From Crazy. With that, it segued us into Carmen Medina sings her song No Crazy.
We're
Freddie
just crazy.
says he puts the fun back in dysfunction, and I think all families are functionally dysfunctional.
Yes.
And Sherry Coltoon is here with us on set just to carry on with our theme of dysfunction.
And she deals with that
And
stuff.
crazy. I know she does.
She
so
deals with that stuff on a professional
isn't it
level.
amazing how things always work out the way they should?
You know, it's really funny because when she's on the set,
Yes.
I sort of feel like she's going to take out like this little pad and she's going to write notes of, okay, Freddy's behavior today is a little crazy.
Why? You think she's like a teacher?
No, she's more.
think she's
She's more than
analyzing
that.
you?
She's more than a teacher.
Sometimes I wonder
Do
who
you want a green
analyzes
star?
who in this room.
Right.
I'm wondering which way the analyzing is going back and forth here.
It's not
But it's up in the
analyzation.
ethers.
It's a what?
It's up in the ethers.
You know, sometimes you run across somebody who does something that a lot of other people do. A lot of people know how to use crayons, let's say, but there's only one Da Vinci, right?
True.
And this is what I mean with this lady, because she does things a little bit different. Little bit. She has a little niche, a little. You know, she's intuitive a little bit. She adds a couple of ingredients to make that egg over easy taste a little bit better.
She works with estrangement, autoimmune disease, as well as Reiki and energy and crystals. You have your crystals with you?
I do. I have some here.
You,
I always carry
you
my
carry your crystals?
She wears her crystals.
wear
Oh, you
my
wear? Tell me
crystals,
why. What's that all about?
I
Holy
like 'em.
smokes!
I feel good.
Yeah, but there's a reason. You just don't do it because you like them. There's a reason behind each crystal.
Correct.
Or each crystal represents something else?
Yeah, and I just
You got
like
12
them.
crystals in
Can
there.
you show
Holy
it? Can you
smokes.
share your crystals?
Want to see my crystals?
And what do those 12 crystals represent?
Some are just pretty. I don't know. Some just
If
call
there's
me.
12, I might fall on the floor if you actually counted them.
They're
through her
not
bag.
12.
You can't hold on to
They're-
12 crystals because you'll
they're
fall.
not
You're too short.
12.
They're in a bag.
Yeah, but there are more crystals.
Well, I have
I know.
She has.
two.
Okay, so add.
Two.
And
so-
Saturday was a full moon. Did you put them out in the
I
moonlight?
didn't.
Did she say she
I
has
was
two?
away
You see,
and
then
I
you blame me.
forgot.
We have to move the mic up to your mouth.
Oh, sorry. I
How many you
forgot.
got?
2, 4, 6, 8.
And the two you
And
have
two.
is 10?
10.
And
Pretty
there's two
impressive,
more where?
Freddie.
Yeah.
You got two more somewhere?
No, that's it.
No, there's two more somewhere else.
I'm afraid
No,
to ask.
Your purse?
No. No, they're all in here.
Okay.
And these I just added. So these are protection. They're for guidance, for opening, grounding.
Different stones represent different connections, different feelings, different
there's
energies
different
and
qualities
chakras.
of the stone. There's different. Yeah. I mean, they're really hot because I did Reiki on them this morning.
Wow, they're beautiful. What is this white? The white one. I know I don't touch other
Figures
people's
you-
crystals because
well,
it's your energy.
So this is a Herkimer diamond.
Oh, nice.
That's a real diamond?
It's a Herkimer diamond.
A
Yeah.
Herkimer.
Herkimer.
Comes from North Carolina, and then this is a rutated quartz, which I love. But
Wow.
you can see all the facets.
Can I tell you who called?
Please do. Because I'm watching you laugh. Who just called?
I'll leave them out.
It was Lowe's. You know, the store Lowe's.
Yes.
For Beverly Kennedy. It just gets crazy.
She's getting a delivery.
Bring the.
You should have put them on the air.
I know.
There is a gentleman that reached out to me who runs the hot dog stand at Lowe's in Boca, and I think it would be a great
What's his
segment.
name?
I don't remember his name, but I have to find him back on Facebook. But I sent him a message because I think it would be a perfect segment for the Brooklyn Cafe, the hot dog stand at Lowe's.
That's
Yes.
too perfect.
That's his business. Is that not too perfect? You gave me a perfect segue on that one.
So I should have said like whatever she ordered, just deliver it. It's fine. We'll take it.
No, what you should have done is you put them on the air and I act like Beverly Kennedy and say, no, I don't want that.
Duck.
Ow.
It doesn't sound like that, but okay.
He's not going to know.
You know, Sherry, by the end of the show, I started with a lot more than 4.
Yeah, they're all over here.
They're all over.
Throw them at him? That's funny.
So, Sharon, let me ask you a question. You know, they
Not-
begin to
not
hurt.
for nothing.
Not for nothing.
Not for nothing. Let me tell you something.
I'm looking for something to throw back at you. So let me ask you a question. So you have the crystals, right? And you do your thing. Is each crystal represent an element of who you are? Because you said protection and things of that nature. So these are just random stones.
Yeah, random stones that I like, that called me. You know, when I go to a crystal store, it's what am I needing? So I'll go and I'll feel each crystal,
Right.
and then I take what I want.
So tell me what it is that you do. Let's start there.
So I'm a certified master integrative life coach. So I do shadow work, and from there I do some intuitive energy work, Reiki, Theta, and I do some crystal work as well. But I started a program because for people that are estranged from loved ones. So there's no support out there. And you were talking about dysfunctional families, and we all come from some form or another of dysfunction. And sometimes it's perfect for you, and other times there's a lot of pain there. So when there's a family break, the person's on this planet, they're still here. So there's, Facebook estrangement. Did you ever get a Facebook unfollow and block from a family member?
As a matter of fact, I was just blocked from somebody on Facebook.
But that's not a
right?
but that's not a
it's not a
family,
family
member.
member.
Oh, but it still stings.
But still, and
I have a few ex-wives that blocked me.
I recently was, and it's
that a
interesting because I was talking to my kids about it, and they said, like I said to Linda Harmon last night, I always tell my children, take the high road. And even when I get in conflict and I said, this is what I want to do, and they go, no, Mom, what would you tell us? And I go, I don't know, what would I tell you? Which thing would I tell you? And they come out with a list of things I would say. They go, take the high road, be you.
Yep.
And it turns out they
See,
were
but
right again,
I
which
can't-
means I guess they listen wisely to me.
Yeah, but I can't take the high road because when you fall from that high road, it hurts a whole lot more than the low
Yeah,
road.
but at least you fall with integrity.
Well, but here we go with the integrity.
No, integrity is a big thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
Really?
think it is.
I missed out on that memo.
No, you didn't.
I did.
If
I
you
don't have
take the high road and you're still going to fall, at least you fall being authentic to who you are, and you haven't changed your thought process or compromised it in any which way because you are always true to you.
Yes.
Carol's
And
just,
sometimes
I'm
doing
watching
the
you.
right
What does
thing
that
doesn't
mean?
Feel good. Right?
Say it again.
Sometimes doing the right thing for you, if you're in alignment with yourself, it doesn't necessarily feel good. Sometimes you have to break up with a family member
Yes.
because it's
Because it feels good.
because it's unhealthy to remain.
Because sometimes
tied
it
to
hurts
them.
so badly the other way.
Right.
Sometimes you run into a situation you don't want to do, which is called life, and you have to do it anyway.
Right.
There are things that we have to do that we don't choose to do. But what I'm talking about is when someone purposely steps out of their way to come in my face, to get in my way, to stop me, to hurt me. When you do that, all bets are going to be off because I used to say, you can bite me today, but when I bite, I'm taking the lung, the liver, the ear, everything with it because you're going to feel my bite. So when she says take the high road, I respect that. I'm just telling you that I've done that. And when I fall from that high road, it just seems to hurt a little bit more. That's what I'm
but
saying.
that's a choice that you're making then, because high road or low road,
choice.
It's not
it's
easy.
It's a
Or
choice,
choice.
and it's not easy. There have been times where I've had to, sit on my hands or just hold, hold. You don't want to react.
Now, how do you do your magic without implementing how you feel? Like if I tell you something that you don't agree with, let's say, how do you coach me, yet you don't agree with what I want to do?
Well, I trust my clients, and I trust the type of coaching that I do. I was impeccably trained by the Ford Institute. So with that, I trust you. So if I don't know your feelings. I know my sadness and my anger, but I don't know what your anger and what your sadness or frustration would look like. So I have to trust you based on that.
Right.
But if I don't agree with something that you're doing, I coach clients that I'm like, ugh, but I take my ego out of it because it's not about me. It's about having integrity with the type of coaching that I do, and you will get the answers that you need or the skills that you need.
So then the displacement of it's not about me, it's about you, is that what we're talking about? In other
Well, when
words,
she's coaching, it's not her place to say, Freddie, this is what you should do.
No, she doesn't
This is
do
what
that.
I think is the situation.
Right.
She listens to what you would have to say because, as they say, all your solutions come from within.
Yes.
We just need to find the within.
So the best answer comes from the best question. So when you when you ask these questions and you find out that the person is headed in a wrong direction, then are you tempted to choose for them? Are you tempted to advise? And what is it that you do is a little bit different?
I mean, if a client is going to put themselves in harm's way, I am going to intervene.
Okay.
Right? I will ask a question, or sometimes I will just say, look at how that may affect you. But again, it is their choice.
It's all about
we
choice.
have free will, and sometimes, there are clients that are just not coachable, that really don't want to change, or they want you or me to tell you what to do.
So wait, why are they there in the first place if they're uncoachable?
Good thought.
If someone's on coach, well, then I would have to, we would have to have a conversation, and I would say, what is the resistance there?
Have you ever
What-
had that where someone's hired you and they're just uncoachable? They can't find it.
I only had to break up with one client, and but I knew that it was the right thing to do. But back to your question, if someone isn't coachable, they say that they want to do something, and then they're continuing to do the opposite, and then when I point it out to them, what are they getting out of it? It's like, sometimes it's the self-sabotage that really gets in the way.
So you call them out on it.
I will, gently.
But you want to know something. Sometimes when you call somebody out on something, they already know that they're self-sabotaging.
90% of the time.
Yes, and that's a great point too. But sometimes, you know it, but you don't really know it until someone shows it to you.
You don't
and
think it's
points it out.
self-sabotage. I used to say
Right.
that to a good friend of mine. Why do you continually self-sabotage yourself in your situation and continue to bring in this negative energy?
Yeah, it's like sitting in a parking lot and crying. That's right. I'm calling it as it is. I'm telling you. I'm being
But
honest.
that might be healthy.
It worked
It might
for
be
us.
healthy.
That
yes.
might be a healthy.
And it may be dangerous.
That might
because
be
it's
a-
self-sabotage.
That might be a healthy release to do that. Well, without knowing.
But there's
the
a lot of
situation.
things of self-sabotage that people do that become a habit. And you don't even realize that habit is not good for you because it is something you've always done.
Now,
It's a
gotta-
form of
Now,
resistance.
there's a reason that I wanted to go down this road. There's a question. How do you use your intuitiveness? Is that a word?
My intuition.
It is.
Yeah, how do you use in this whole formula, because we're having a great conversation about different aspects of between the pipes is what we call it. How do you use your intuitive gifts to formulate some of the thoughts that you have on someone? I'm giving you a chance to think of the thoughts that you have for someone else. How do you do? What do you do? How do you do that?
My intuition?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I'm able to remove the ego, and I just allow the process of what type of questions I'm going to ask, what type of guidance I'm going to give, or which there in one of the coaching modalities that I coach, there's 10 conversations, 10 distinctions that I would take them through. So my intuition would guide me into which conversation to have, like what I feel that you're needing at that moment. If I'm doing a remote Reiki session or an energy session, that's all intuition.
And that will reveal what on a person?
Where a block is, what they're needing, what nutrient they may need, what crystal they need. I can walk into somebody's house and I can feel, I can feel that the energy is off.
Okay.
And I can I can assist them in using crystals, which will balance the house.
Really?
It's interesting. We were talking about the Key West Paranormal Society, and we're going to go to commercial break, Freddy, so get ready, please. That they went to my parents' house, and they said their house is all mirrored. So they said when you come in the front door to hang a crystal, that will help balance the energy because things were bouncing off of the mirrors, and the crystal would stop that bounce of energy.
Now, do you know why mirrors work that way? Does anybody know how mirrors work? You have any idea?
I have no idea.
Mirrors are a reflection.
Very quiet in here.
It's a reflective light, right? So what happens is that things will ping pong. There's nowhere to go. And in your mother's house is all mirrors. Then whatever's there is going to increase. It's not going to decrease. The energy has no place to go, and things don't want to leave because it makes them feel stronger.
Which is why they said hang a crystal in the foyer. Interesting, right?
You better hang a big crystal.
You don't even need to hang it. You can, you could put it on a shelf if there's a shelf.
Didn't Sarah give your mom a crystal?
An amethyst. She did, and she
It
put
was
that in
huge,
one of
right?
the rooms. Yeah, big.
It has to be big.
Are you ready to go to commercial break?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us a call at 800-889-0267. We are on set with a topsy-turvy, dysfunctional show with Shari Coltoon. We'll be right back.
The British
British are coming! The British are coming! It's the new British invasion!
Nikki Gross-Klein, real estate genius, along with fitness phenom Lily Jaffe of Evolving Bodies, will be joining the Brooklyn Cafe the first Monday of the month at 12 noon. The Brits talk honestly about health, hormones, and women in business. Are you ready to achieve your goals? Join the conversation on wealth, women, finance, aging, relationships, and a lot of fun that might leave the producer speechless. Nikki and Lily are experts in their fields and will share their knowledge and experience to help improve your life. They promise this will be nothing like you've ever heard before. For over 35 years, Ruth and Norman Rails Jewish Family Services has been serving residents of Boca Raton, Delray Beach, and Highland Beach through their comprehensive range of programs and services for people of all ages and beliefs. Whether you need help with food, financial assistance, senior services for yourself or a loved one, affordable counseling and mental health service, career and employment services, or their Center for Families and Children, JFS is here for you. Please call JFS at 561-852-3333 or railsjfs.org. Call 561-852-3333. South Florida's only portrait photographer with a 3-point guarantee. Graciela Valdez Fine Photography guarantees you will love the images, product, and experience. You deserve a glamorous photographic experience, whether it's in the boudoir, family portraits, or business headshots to distinguish your brand. Explore your inner beauty. Own it, rock it, have it all. To schedule your initial consultation, contact Graciela Valdez at 954-970-7576 or online visit gracielavaldez.com. The experience you deserve. That's 954-790-7576. Sonia Hankin is the confidence expert and passionate guide to men and women who struggle with unworthiness, lack of confidence, and self-doubt. As a holistic psychotherapist and master integrative life coach, Sonia Hankin will help you unlock your confidence so you can make the changes you desire and feel good about yourself no matter what life throws at you. You can work with Sonia via phone, Skype, or in person. Contact Sonia at 954-214-8991. Enough is enough of not feeling good enough. If you want to find your voice and step into your power, call today for a free 30-minute session, 954-214-8991, or visit her at soniahankin.com. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 1-800-889-0267, toll free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 1-800-889-0267. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Every action has a consequence. Choose your consequence.
And we're back. Welcome
What
back to
happened
the
to the
Brooklyn
music?
Cafe. We are live streaming on Facebook for the hour
Wait
two
a minute,
of
wait a
an
minute.
extended
What happened
lunch.
to the music?
You did
No
not tell
music?
her. No music.
You said you would give me the finger and you would tell me when.
He's giving you the finger.
Unreal.
Give us a call at 800-889-0267. We're here with Shari Coltoon, a estrangement life coach. You work with Reiki, you work with energy and crystals. And I just said when we went to commercial break, my coach, Coach Julia, said to me, we are responsible for our own outcomes or consequences, whatever you want to say. And you were saying what you tell your kids.
Yeah, I always raise my kids with that. Every action has a consequence. Choose your consequence. So if they're going to make a mistake, it's their life. We can just, guide.
That's
it.
So let me ask you a question. If somebody wants to do something and they don't do it, and they live this life of illusion, as I've been so elegantly told time and time again, which is the worst truth? The illusion, or not living the truth because you're afraid of its repercussions?
I mean, that's such a loaded question. We'll be here until tomorrow.
Give me the condensed version. Give me what you think. Sure.
I mean, that's so loaded. I mean, if somebody says that they want to do something and then they're living opposite, then they don't really want it.
Really?
Yeah. So
you don't think fear stops people from being who they want to be?
I do, but you can break through the fear, and sometimes fear is sometimes fear is a good thing.
Is it? Tell me why.
You're going to be in fear walking down a dark alley, right? So you're not going to do it.
So don't walk down the dark alley.
Right. So then, sometimes when you get that that antenna goes up, the red flag, you got to pay attention to it.
Adrenaline.
Huh?
Adrenaline.
Yeah.
But then it isn't fear. What you're doing is you're listening. There's a big difference. It isn't fear that's holding you back from walking in that alley. It's actually listening to what's going on around you. What's going on around you. See, we don't listen to what we have around us.
So there's a couple different things. If you're going to put yourself in harm's way, that fear is justified. Would you walk down a dark alley? Would you go into a room by yourself in a not so great neighborhood at night? It's the fear because you know that consequence is probably not a good choice.
But time out, it isn't the fear. You got this backwards.
It's a
We've
different
labeled
fear.
it fear. It isn't fear. Listen.
It's a consequence.
They stole my car in New York, right? And they told me, don't leave your car here. I said, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I go upstairs. 6 o'clock in the morning, cops call me. They stole your car. Okay. They left my wallet, which they told me would happen to. And I said, that's not going to happen. I didn't listen. There was no fear. There was a consequence because I parked it where it shouldn't have been, right?
That's called being a knucklehead. You're being a knucklehead.
A knucklehead. It's New York City, baby. I mean, you got to park it somewhere. We're not going to put it on a roof.
No, but you should have listened.
It was the only spot open for the next 3 miles.
But that's not something that you were in fear of.
Correct, but it isn't fear. When you're intuitive and things are told to you and you don't listen, the consequences are what they are. But it isn't because of fear. We shouldn't live in fear of anything.
Right, but we do.
We don't.
People
we make
do.
it up.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean,
we make up fear.
We make up fear. We make up doubt. We make up shame. We make up guilt.
Yes.
It's all made up.
We also make up happiness. We put fun in dysfunctional. We talk about intuitiveness. We talk about growth. We talk about reaching for a level that you've never reached before. We don't talk about that as much as the other negative stuff, but it's all the same.
Right.
Coming out of the box.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. You like coming out of... It's like that lady that was in the show yesterday. She comes in, she starts screaming and singing. So she tells me she's a singer. I said, you a singer? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to put her on. She's going to sing in public in front of her. She says, I got no problem with that. I says, okay, we'll see. Then I want you to be an entertainer. No problem. So she has no fear. We'll see.
We'll see. I talked to her for a long time last night. Because normally she's a one-woman show. She does an hour of songs back to back.
That's right. And she
and
teaches...
I said, you're going to do it a little bit differently. She said, what am I going to do? But here's the other thing. We can't be tagged with our social media. So what you going to do, just 30-second snippets of songs?
She's going to sing. You let me worry about that.
She doesn't have original music.
She's going to sing. Don't worry about it.
So you need to let her know what you want.
Don't worry
Willy
about
Wonka
it.
over
I'm not
there.
going to let her know because it is the unknowing that has her. I have her attention. You understand? If I tell her what I want her to do, she ain't saying yes, no, maybe so. We ain't doing that.
She performs public domain songs. How about that?
That's right. This is a cover story made by Public Domain a la oof.
A la what?
A la oof.
A la oof.
But anyway, getting back to the stones and everything else, you have all these ingredients that are helpful, yes. Like if I needed a stone, suppose you look at my energy. Do I pull you in any direction?
No, you did the first time I met you.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, but I needed to get your attention.
Right.
I got it, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How'd you change that? Oh, wait, I shouldn't ask that.
Is there a specific stone that you would recommend for me? I mean, you know who I am. We've talked a few times.
I mean, I would have to meditate on that. But
Really?
I would be able to.
Okay, we're going to work on that.
We know some of the same people, and I've...
That's right. We're in the same group.
And I've done some crystal work with them, and they've seen some shifts.
There's a lot of stuff. When you were down at Junior's, Sarah Spiritual was in the house. And I went to Sarah, hey, Sarah, I need you to do me a favor. And she answered my question before I asked it. Seriously, and she spoke to her. And she doesn't remember what Sarah told her, but I do. And it isn't so much about what you do, it's how you do it that's so different. And getting people's attention and helping them. And you helped me with a cause with Joe. May he rest in peace.
Well, isn't that what makes anyone successful?
Yes.
It's how you do it. It's your delivery. Many people can sit and
But there's the word, Dawn. It's the
show.
delivery. You know how many people don't do it?
Because why?
Fear.
There you go.
That's why I don't like fear.
Fear of
I don't
failure.
I don't like the word boundaries. Now, you remember what Sarah told you about boundaries?
No,
What did she?
I really don't remember.
What is it?
He
Do we have
remembers.
short-term memory?
I do.
She says we don't live in a world of boundaries. Don't ever put the spiritual world in
You said
boundaries.
the spiritual world does not live in a world of boundaries.
Cannot. It
Right,
will
right,
irritate them.
Not
because-
the human world, the spiritual world.
Well, that's another conversation. We ain't gonna have that on the air right now. But she said about boundaries, right? And what was it I tell you? I can't stand the word boundaries. It just drives me insane.
But you know, I would love to have a coaching session with you just on the word, just on boundaries, the word boundaries, the fact that it triggers you. There's some shadow there, and I would love
Honey.
to work with
So
you.
explain the shadow.
Yeah.
So the shadow is a part of ourselves that we don't want to be, don't want to be with, can't be with, so we hide and suppress. You know, it's just, we have shame, guilt, you know, fear around being.
It's that stuff we push down.
Yeah.
Hold on. So I got a shadow effect on the word boundaries?
You-
Really?
you-
We push
yes.
it down. There's a reason you
Yes,
don't like
you-
that word.
I'm going to submit that you have some shadow
Me?
in your humanness around
Bring it
boundaries.
on. Bring it on. You sure you want to go down that road with me?
I'm not in
Do you
fear
know
of you.
why you don't like that word?
Do I know why? Of course.
Okay.
Why?
I say it's because you don't put Freddy in a corner. He doesn't like to be put in a corner. You don't put Baby in a corner. You don't put Freddy in a corner.
It
Therefore,
isn't-
you
that's
don't.
a-
You're your own
What do
man.
you make? What do you make having boundaries or setting boundaries or placed
Limitations.
upon you mean?
Limitations.
Okay, so it's very
It's
limiting.
like if I were to put your set of handcuffs and tie you to that table, you're limited as to what you can do, right? You can still move, but you can't move in the direction you want to go.
Okay, so it's limiting.
But boundaries can have different meanings. What if your kids continued to use Freddy's credit card over and over and over and over again?
And Freddie destroys the credit card and ends the account.
So you've set a boundary.
No, there's no boundary. I'm just going to end the account and
You
say,
know
okay,
what's
not pay me
interesting?
back.
You know what's interesting? And I like that you just said we make different meanings out of
The same
A
thing.
different circumstance, right.
So I can say, you know, greedy. What do you think of when, you know, when someone's greedy?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. What was the guy said yesterday?
Which guy?
Something before greedy.
He did.
Yes. You remember?
Yes,
It was-
the motivational speaker.
It
guy.
was LOG.
What did he say?
Something over greed.
Life first?
Wasn't life. Gotta look it up.
Yeah, look it up. But greed comes
Ronald
second.
X.
He said greed comes second. The first part, I think, was elevate first or
It
happiness
was LOG. L over greed. I just gotta remember what the L stands for. Love.
Love?
Maybe
Was it
it was
life?
love. Maybe it was
Love
love
over
over greed.
But the funny thing is that I like that he used the word greed because it makes you want to achieve. It makes it so that the L is going to be first, but you still want to achieve.
Okay, so that's great. He put a positive spin on the word greed.
Right.
Right? So there are people who cannot be with greed or greedy, and they will have the same reaction that you have over the word boundaries.
But-
so when you can make peace, okay, with that limiting part of you, it's fun. I mean, I can have a good time with you right now.
Hey, Doc, let me tell you something. Doc. The
Ooh,
bottom
Doc,
line,
I like
the
that.
bottom line is this: with people, when you give them such an easy way to escape growth, it's easy to say no. It's easy to say I can't. It's easy. When you start using words like boundary and fear and don't do, my goodness gracious, they hold on to that like it's the Holy Grail. When you tell them that they have no boundaries, they got to step forward. You got to step up.
But-
you got to man up, is what we call it.
But
You gotta
that's a
man up.
choice. And
No,
if you don't have the skills to do that, to move forward,
Honey, we all have the skills. Just because I move forward 2 steps and you move ahead 1 step, and this one over here moves a half a step, it don't mean we don't have. We do have. It's just at a different pace.
I'm still going to submit you have a shadow around
Me?
the word boundary.
Let's have
And I-
Michelle bring in her puppets for you next time.
I don't have a shadow, but okay, if you want
We
to say,
all, but that
you know what?
we
You're
all-
100% right. I live a shadow.
And maybe
we
it's
all
not
have
a shadow.
But we all
I need
have
a flashlight.
Maybe
Listen,
it's
we
not
all
a
have
shadow. It's a
shadows.
past
We all have shadow
experience.
beliefs. We all make meanings out of certain qualities or just life experiences.
So intuitively, you feel I have shadows.
Forget even my intuition. I know.
But
we
your
all,
intuition is what I
But we
think
all
is so
we,
different.
we all have shadows.
We do?
Every single person.
Dawn
has a
has
shadow.
shadows too?
Yes.
Of course,
You
we all
You
do.
a giant shadow.
We all do.
Of course you're
we
shadow.
all
Listen,
have
before I
shadows.
sat here, I would talk about magic wands and magic and things happening and believe and faith and all these things, and people would laugh at me. So what do? You suppress it, and you only share it with those who either come on board, like my kids did, or you say nothing. And now I sit here with all of this. It's not because I say life is, oh, so easy, and I wave my wand. But I can manifest with my wand, and things do come to fruition because I have more faith, and people listen, and it helps people elevate and give them hope.
Yeah, but
as
Doc,
well.
Doc, you answer this question for me. Is our level of people accepting how we feel and what we say success?
No.
Really?
I didn't say it was success.
Yeah, but you stopped doing it because others said not to.
Because others and what did the girl say last night? Eleanor Roosevelt said.
Yeah.
Karen Hansen said this. It is none of my business what others think of me.
That's right.
That is on them.
I love that. I love that.
And Freddie Santori said, "I ain't here to be liked."
But what I love that she said it is she actually put a name to the quote. You hear it all the time. But people say things all the time. If Eleanor Roosevelt said it, it just gives it that much more credibility.
Why?
Because it goes that far back. It goes that far back reaching that there's
Really?
always been judgment of others.
And she came from a time when women still had really no say. I mean, she was the first lady, right?
We talk about women empowerment now, and people throw stones all the time and pass judgment. You know what?
And
we
women
say,
empowerment?
be you.
Women empowerment, you say? I think women empowerment right now is the highest growth I've
Yeah,
ever
but
seen
not
in my
when
life.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Yeah, not when Eleanor
was
no
first
You know,
lady.
we could talk about history. We could go back to the time of Christ,
Yeah,
who
we
was the
could.
greatest in the in Catholic meaning,
Catholicism?
the Virgin Mary, who have prayers and books written about.
Yes, but she doesn't. There's no quotes. There's no Virgin Mary quotes.
Yes, there is.
Eleanor Roosevelt came forward and said that she didn't look. She first of all, she wasn't the most attractive person. Okay,
I
And
don't
she
know
was a
anything about her.
She was a public figure. And
Okay.
she was the wife of the president. Okay, and to say something like I'm making a point. To say something like I don't really care. It's none of my business what they think of me. It's on them.
So that's a famous quote because she said something that people have said for thousands of years.
People have said that for
What do you
thousands
always
of
say?
years.
The best books are those that are
Written.
read.
I mean, read. You're confusing me.
So if the Virgin Mary said it, but nobody read it,
Okay,
then nobody would
let me
know
ask
she
you,
said
do
it.
you-
It's like when a tree falls in the woods.
Yeah,
Doesn't
we
make
talked
a
about-
sound.
We talked about that. But you know, the Virgin Mary, I mean, among Catholics, we have, what's it called there, Connecticut?
Rosary?
The Rosary. Jude tells me about the Rosary.
Jude tells you about the rosary.
And the Rosary is all about the Virgin Mary. It's all about, because there were symbols that were put out by Catholicism, Christ on the cross, all those just symbols to remember things by. But what I'm trying to say is that a woman, if you're going to start quoting empowerment of women, which is fine, I don't have a problem with that. I look at the one that started it all, the one that spoke first.
Are you talking about Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee?
That's a prayer.
Yes. Is that what you're talking? Is that what you're referencing?
That's what I'm. Yes.
Okay. Well, she didn't say that. That's a prayer created by man.
Yeah, somebody wrote it that she said it.
Eleanor Roosevelt said what we all quote.
Oh. Okay. Well, you know, the next time I remember that, what was it called?
It's none of my business what
The
others
next
think
time
of
I
me.
hear somebody say none of my business, I'm gonna say, do you know I don't know Roosevelt?
But I think the
Stop being
reason
smart,
it was
Heidi.
not written what Mary said is because there was no women empowerment. She was a great woman. But women were not thought upon equally as men.
Yeah.
Thank
back
you.
then.
That's
Do
it.
you know I use that quote in my support group?
Which one?
Which one?
My
Which quote?
Which
what
one?
someone thinks of you is none of your business.
Oh, the Eleanor Roosevelt quote.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, you quote Eleanor Roosevelt all the time. Did you know that?
You're never gonna forget that now.
Never. Not in a
Freddie, we
million
need to go to
years.
commercial break.
Why? We're in the middle of something heavy here.
I know, and we'll come back and
Now,
readdress.
hold
But
on,
that is why
hold
I
on.
think that people do not quote the Virgin Mary because her teachings had to be taught by men to be listened to, just as we as humans have our sense of delivery. What do you think?
I don't know.
With
what
that,
the,
we're
I don't
going to
know
go to
what
commercial
the, I don't
break.
know what the hell
Give
you're
us a call
talking
at 800-889-0267. We'll be right back.
At Elevated Fitness and Nutrition, their mission is to maximize energy and to inspire the human spirit, one person, one meal, one family at a time. Elevated Fitness and Nutrition offers a line of ultra-clean, all-natural, plant-based products with a selection of protein powder, energy boost, and thermogenic metabolizer to fuel your body and maximize your energy. From cooking classes to fitness activities, Elevated promotes an active, healthy lifestyle. For a free sample or more information, contact Kate at kate.elevated@gmail.com. Visit their website at liveelevatedfn.com and use iHeartHealth for 10% off all products. Rochelle Schwartz is a certified emotional relationship coach who's been trained and certified by the world-renowned Ford Institute and has been facilitating coaching workshops for 17 years. She specifically works with women in their 50s and beyond who are ready for radical self-care, powerful and loving relationships, including relationships with themselves and others. Certified in Healing Your Heart, Future Focused, Courage, Blueprint, and Best Year of Your Life. An integrative leader, Rochelle has also been featured on The Oprah Winfrey Show and in numerous magazines, newspapers, and other local TV shows. You'll walk away with more happiness, freedom, and love. Rochelle is your secret agent of change. Contact her directly at coachrochelle@comcast.net or online at www.rochelleschwartz.com. Or you can call her at 954-464-7017. That's 954-464-7017. A winner of Food Network's Cake Wars, J&D Cakes creates memorable, delicious, beautiful masterpiece cakes to commemorate your momentous event. The cutest bake shop in Boca Raton, J&D Cakes is known for their attention to detail, their creativity, and their homemade taste. From wedding and birthday cakes to character cakes and dessert tables, J&D Cakes can fulfill all of your dessert needs for any occasion. Contact J&D Cakes at 561-569-1860 for your special occasion, kids summer camp, and cake decorating classes. Find them online at jdcakesonline.com. Life doesn't have to be defined by abandonment or disease. Learn life skills to stop feeding those old wounds and imagine the possibility of being healthy and happy. Shari Coltoon is a master certified integrative life coach, Reiki master, and an intuitive, focusing on autoimmune disease and family estrangement. Shari facilitates a support group program for people who need healing from a family breakup. Contact Shari at 954-654-7187 to learn important life skills. For a 30-minute free session, call Shari Coltoon at 954-654-7187 or visit her website at sharicoltoon.com. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 1-800-889-0267, toll free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 1-800-889-0267. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now back to Dawn and Freddy S.
Did you hear the news? I'm moving on. It's time for me to leave WBCT. Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. Got a new gig on Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM from 6 to 8 p.m. Are you coming with me? Hey you, I'm taking your calls on WNN. Hope you'll be joining me and
And that is the beautiful voice of Sarah Spiritual. She is moving with us to WNN 95.3 FM starting August 1st.
The Talk.
The Talk.
1470 AM, 95.3 FM, The Talk. You know, what I like about Sarah is that she took the initiative of putting that song together for her show, which is tomorrow from 7 to 9 here on BZT and WNN, 7 to 8. But she put that together, and I'm just letting the world know that we is moving. We is moving down south.
But moving on up.
Oh, yeah. We're going AM, FM, baby.
We are with Shari Coltoon for our last segment of our extended lunch of a Topsy-Turvy Tuesday. We got a little, not off track. We moved into women empowerment, but let's get back.
Yeah, let's get back.
Let's get back to Shari Coltoon.
Let's get back to Shari.
Somehow we went from boundaries to women empowerment. It's always about that.
That's because Shari's in the house.
Shari's in the house. Shari works
Everything gets turned upside down.
with Reiki, with estrangement.
Now, how does Reiki play into what you do?
It's separate.
It's a different
It
deal?
doesn't.
Oh, it's just something I wanted to do.
It's just separate. It's
What do you think is your number one asset to help people? Your forte, your niche, your peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I love doing intuitive energy work.
That's what I thought.
I really love it. And then from there, I was inspired to create a support group. And so I really put all my passion into that because people are in pain. So if I can bring, people together where they know that they're not alone, and then I can, create a safe container within that support group, and then give skills where people can learn to be happy beyond the break of the family dysfunction, then I feel complete.
And family dysfunction can go out to extended family. It doesn't necessarily need to be your core nuclear. It can go out to grandparents, aunts, uncles, as far
There's a lot of
as the dysfunction goes, or the estrangement.
Well, I got a couple that I'm not going to reveal their names because they'll probably sue me. But I got a couple who have they have a problem because they're up in age, and the husband wants to control the situation because he's taking care of this person for 60, 70 years. Can't really tell somebody how to take care of somebody else when he's been doing it a long time. But he's slowed down. He can't do it. He gets a little grumpy. Doesn't want anybody's assistance, but the person needs so much help that they need help. So how do you talk to...
How do you navigate the change?
It's interesting because I just had this conversation with my father.
Yeah, and that's where it came from.
And he's, 75, but the way I approach the subject, I just said, at some point you are going to slow down, even though I think he
But how do you explain that to him that he understands?
Well, he understood because I wasn't coming from there's something wrong with you place. I was coming from let's work as a team and be proactive. And I was very gentle in massaging his ego. I mean, we are all ego-based people, and especially somebody who, like my father. So I was very gentle in how I approached the subject, and he was calm. So
he's listening.
He's listening.
And you got him to accept the truth.
Yeah, I mean, it was slow. It wasn't just, you have to make this decision. You have to give me decision rights. And it wasn't that. It was just kind of, I knew I needed to, you need to plant a seed. You can't, and you have to be very careful with somebody.
You have to plant it and let it grow. Because what if he's in fear of the change?
Well, that's...
He is.
And taking away his power.
He is.
So it's cultivating and taking away the fear and say, you know what, let's go in faith, as you always say, instead of fear. And how can we come to a compromise to make this work for everybody?
Mm-hmm. We'll work as a team. You'll always have, the power, but can we coexist? Can we, co-partner together? That's how I approached it with my father.
Interesting.
And, yeah.
When you walk into a room and you don't know, like you were at Junior's, how was that for you? Because you have all these energies around you, and you're meeting. I mean, you were sitting, holding court with different people. From what I saw, you talking to the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
How is that for you? Knowing what you know and feeling what you feel. How does that feel?
Well, you have to take it when you do energy work. You have to take care of yourself. You have to.
But did you feel all that energy around you?
Yeah.
And there was cries for help and everything else.
Can you discern it, or is it all?
Sometimes I can.
You remember Junior's? Because I know that you don't remember West Side.
Yes, I remember.
So wouldn't you say that you're empathic then? You're a bit of an empath.
Yes, I am.
Because I am too. An empath. I walk
let's hear it. What does that mean?
I've always been.
I can walk into a room and I know when there's something wrong, and I can leave drained, or I can close myself off and go, no, you're not going to.
You're empathic?
My daughter's like that. She can walk into a room, and if there's a bad energy, it will set her off, and she will, and she'll know who it is. And she'll say, I can't be near that person.
But what about the good energies? Does it set her off that way too?
She'll just feel good. And she'll say to me, I feel like this room is good. It's got good energy, clean energy. And what's going on in that back corner over there?
I just noticed that you left one of the light towers down.
I couldn't figure out how to open the bottom stand.
So you had all that energy around you.
I didn't feel. I mean, I was fine that night. There were times I've gone places and I have to.
I'm sure you know when to close it off.
Yeah.
You don't allow it to penetrate. No, you just you go, okay.
I used to.
Right, me too.
I used to.
See, but here's what Freddie says, and Sarah, you can't close it off. You can't have boundaries
Can't.
with the spirit world.
You can say that, but you can't.
But you still have to take care of yourself. You have to nourish yourself. You know, I work out. I eat clean for the most part, unless there's pizza or fries in front of me. But that's not the issue
That just
right
happens.
now. That's just right. It's not my fault.
It's okay to eat junk.
It's just.
It doesn't. I mean, it hurts you physically as you get older, but it's okay to do that. But the one thing I was trying to get to is that it's like I noticed that when Sarah was talking to you, I noticed a few things about you that were ringing true, and things happen, you know. And I was just wondering how that affects you, because I know that sometimes you're on an emotional roller coaster. You know, you're up, you're down, you're sideways, you're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And in that setting, with so many energies coming at you, I know now I understand Connecticut a little bit better, because you have to learn how to relate to those energies. Otherwise, it overwhelms and takes you in different paths. And
It's taken me most of my life to say, uh-oh, no, danger, I got to get out of here.
Well, look what happened today. You could have gone two ways. When we had a line of people walk in this room, we could have, one, taken on all that panic energy and the straight faces. It was like a commercial. It was like a lineup when they walked in. Our computer system went down with 17 minutes before we went on air. Not that a reboot, we needed a new computer.
Oh, wow.
At 11:48 today, and they all walked in.
What do you want to do?
You could have taken all that energy and went, oh my gosh, it's going to be an awful day. Or we went, all right, let's figure it out. We've got 17 minutes to get on air. And they put a new computer in with 2 minutes to go.
And it works.
Exactly, and it worked.
It works. I
Trust. You guys are trust. You know what? You surrendered, because one way or another, it was
out of our
gonna
control.
Be, right.
It was going to be what
it was going to be.
And it was not a life or death situation.
Are you serious?
Sherry, where can people find you? I don't want to rush that at the end.
They can find me at my website, sherrycoltoon.com. They can find me on Facebook. I have an estrangement coach page, or they can call me.
What's the page?
It's estrangement coach page. So they
That's
can
the name of it?
That's what it's called.
The estrangement coach?
Estrangement support coach.
Is there a phone number?
Yes, 954-654-7187.
Can you say that again slowly, please?
954-654-7187.
Okay, let's try to remember the number this time, and let's say it slowly, please.
You were giving her a hard time.
You are. Why?
I'm not.
Don't pick on my friend.
Stop throwing those ducks at me. And again, it's a pleasure having you here. It's a good way of ending on Tuesday after we had such a
Topsy-turvy Tuesday.
lot of energy and stuff around us. But I mean, there's a lot of examples and stuff that, you know, when you look at different things going on around you doing, you sort of point out, well, I see this, and I see this, and I see this. And when we were at Juniors, it was 200 things that I saw. And again, I had production, I had people.
You got a lot going on.
And she came over and sat in front of me. She pulled the chair up and sat in front of me.
I saw that.
And I said, wow, this is amazing. Because all of a sudden, I saw a different side to this one.
Really?
Yeah. And I said, and I remember what Sarah told you. It was about your mom. We're talking about it off the air. And it's just about, it isn't always about fear. Sometimes it's a decision you have to make on what's in front of you. And it's not always about fear. Sometimes it's about truth. Sometimes it smells like fear.
Sometimes it comes with self-care also
That's
with
what
your
the
gut.
coaching is. You learn how to self-trust. When you trust yourself, I don't need your validation or your validation. And that's what I give to my clients. It's at the end of 10 weeks, you will learn how to trust yourself. You'll either feel it or you think it, or
now, do you do this face-to-face only, on the phone, internet?
The coaching is done over the phone. My energy work, I either come to you or you come to me, or I do it remotely. I actually almost prefer to do it remotely because I can tap in better.
Because
Not
you
better,
you
but
can
I
see the person, you mean?
I don't need to.
Oh, you don't need to, okay.
But I like what she says about you need to trust yourself. You need to trust in your decision, and it's not always an easy decision, but if you feel in your heart of hearts it's the right decision, you need to go with it.
Right.
So
And
you
you won't.
and
You'll
trust.
stop having to take a poll. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
You trust
the
in
best,
you.
The best question to ask is, do you love yourself? And I like to hear the answer. But anyway, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, iHeart, and all the engineers. I've never seen them work so fast. Freddie, I've run out of ducks to throw at you.
Yeah, I'm going to start throwing them
It
back.
has been a Topsy-Turvy Tuesday. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Be kind to each other.
No, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day, Monday through Friday at 12 noon. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe to rewatch every minute of the show. Call 866-224-5422 to talk with Dawn and Freddie S. after closing, or to leave an order for fun for tomorrow. Have a meaningful day.